The opinions, beliefs, and viewpoints expressed on today's radio show and their guests do not necessarily reflect the opinions, beliefs, and viewpoints of Easy Way Broadcasting.
Welcome to Radio Boomers Live, the show about all things human from a baby boomer's perspective. All things hot and all things not. News, reviews, interviews, chat, tech, and what's next. And here are your hosts, Reatha Gray from Betty White's Off Their Rockers, and Easy's dad, Jim Zuley.
Good morning, Radio Boomers Live, listeners out there in Radio Land and online land. Reatha, how's it going this morning? Are you ready to rock and roll here?
Good morning. I'm having a wonderful morning. It's
Reatha,
kind of an overcast day, but it's a beautiful day.
I heard you saw me on a little deal last night there, coming back from the hospital. I stopped in and yesterday and met with John Hyland and observed some of the Speaking Empire mastermind there. And I went up and said a couple of words, which I wasn't quite prepared for because I didn't have my sea legs on yet. That's still a little bit wobbly, but that was very. I was
amazed. I got a text because I'm on the text list that you were live, and it was like, okay. And I tried to turn in real quick. Unfortunately, I had a call come through, but I saw you there. You were giving your testimony of all the stuff you've been through and how you've come through, and you're still smiling.
I was trying to keep my voice together, but the room, I'll tell you, was filled with talking about knowledgeable, motivation, all that kind of inspirational, I'm trying to say. I was impressed, Reith. There was quite a group with, John Hyland and what he's putting together with. I mean, this is talking about learning stuff. I mean, that's pretty impressive. But, Reith, I was a little embarrassed, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I have watched World War II history, history, World War, whatever, all this stuff for 40, 50 years I've been watching this stuff. And I know the names of these people 1,000 times. And yet I was up there and I had to ask somebody, who's that guy from England? I mean, are you kidding me? I just couldn't believe it. I wasn't, my mind wasn't put together yet. But,
we all have senior moments. We all have senior moments. And with what you're going through, I mean, half the time I can't remember my own name, much less anybody.
All right, that makes me feel better, Reith, because Winston Churchill was not a name you forget, And I'm asking this guy next to me, who's that guy? Oh, my God. Anyway, I guess it's time to move along here with her.
Let's move on.
Hot topic time.
Hot topic.
Ripped from the headlines, today's hot topic.
Well, today my hot topics are all of these season finales that are going on, and I'm just going to highlight two of them, one of which I've never watched an episode of Game of Thrones in its entirety. I've maybe seen parts of 2 episodes. It was just way too much for me. However, people are angry about the way the series ended. They actually have a petition that's got over 500,000 signatures on it. And not only do they want them to do over the final show, they want to redo the whole 8th season. They're so angry about what happened. Now, they're so outraged that they've gotten even mainstream publications involved, like Forbes and the Washington Post have run pieces saying that they're highly critical of the way the show was winding down. The outrage has even inspired a petition. Like I said, they want to remake the entire 8th season over with what they say need to be competent writers. And they've got over 500,000 signatures. Clearly, some of them have decided it's time to take to the streets with torches and pitchforks because they are just that upset. Now, there is going to be a prequel that's going to come out, I assume, on HBO. And they're saying that the outrage may affect the way people watch the prequel, whether or not they'll watch it. So last week's episode, which was Sunday, was watched by 18.4 million people. And that's the most massive audience that they've had for Game of Thrones. So people watched it, but they're still outraged. So the prequel is going to be called Blood Moon, and we'll see what happens with that. Like I said, I've never seen the show. I'm not that upset. I'm not upset at all. And they're even having therapists for people who cannot cope with it. It's going to be something like $25 an hour, and you can Google it, I guess, how you can get therapy if you're upset about Game of Thrones. For $25, I think it was a half an hour. You know, TV's getting way too serious if that's what we're doing nowadays. But my favorite show did have its final episode, The Big Bang Theory. I love Sheldon and the gang. It ended on a high note. I have to say, I didn't want it to end. So I can't say I didn't like the ending. I just didn't want it to end. But Amy and Sheldon got the Nobel Prize, which was very exciting. Amy got a makeover, and she looked absolutely gorgeous for the last episode. The whole gang went to Sweden for the award ceremony for Sheldon and Amy. And Penny revealed that she was pregnant. And the very finale was Sheldon expressing his regret of being not the friend that he could have been, because we all know Sheldon's a jerk, except for Sheldon. But he admitted it, and he thanked his friends, and he told them all that he loved them. It was a very touching, wonderful closing scene. And the fact that Penny's going to have a baby made everybody happy. Penny's been saying, I don't want to have a baby the whole show. She's going to have a baby, which made Leonard happy. And it was just a feel-good last show. And Howard and Bernadette leave their children alone for the first time. They leave them with Stuart and Denise, which, oh, my God. You know, can you imagine? So all kinds of stuff was ensuing back home. And unfortunately, Raj didn't apparently stay with Inu. He is alone, but at the very end, he kind of rode off into the sunset with Sarah Michelle Gellar. So who knows? There may be a spinoff somewhere there. I don't know. But I love Big Bang Theory. I'm going to miss it as a TV show, but I'm happy with the way that it ended. And Jim, what is your hot topic?
Well, thank you for tuning in to Radio Boomers Live. We hope you enjoyed. Reatha, I could tell you were really into that. Anyway, let's see what
I'm
I
a
can
TV
get through
person.
some of the stuff. Denver votes to decriminalize magic mushrooms. Remember those old days from years ago? We used to hear about that. Many say the effects are stronger. Well, we read about it anyway. Stronger than acid and other hallucinogens, and will lead to future addictions. So that they voted to decriminalize. So we'll see what happens with the mushroom. Alabama governor total ban on abortions, and it's a felony, life imprisonment for a doctor if he follows through with a procedure. White House counsel, no more unauthorized do-overs for the Mueller probe. $2 million invested, subpoenas, $35 million spent on it. They say the public is tired of it, and NBC says new rights. The Dems got to move on and start getting some other stuff done. And if you're irritated by Uber drivers talking too much, there's an app you can go on to say that you don't want to have the conversation go on. F-16 crashed into a warehouse. This is amazing. It had it had fuel. It went through the top of the warehouse. The pilot bailed out safe, and it had live armament on it, and there was hardly anything happened. No explosions, a little bit of fire, a couple of minor injuries, that's all. $800 million lawsuit against MGM in the Las Vegas shooting at the casino, if you remember. So they got a lot of lawsuits going on there. And in L.A., a couple were killed as a Lamborghini went out of control over 100 miles an hour. Not a good idea to race that fast. Student arrested for having a BB gun that looked too real. So be careful with that kind of stuff. Don't get that stuff for your kids, it's not good. Homeless population jumps thousands across the San Francisco Bay Area. Coco Island out there in the Indian Ocean, 500 people on the island, 414 million pieces of plastic, a million shoes, 310,000 washed up pieces of, miscellaneous trash and bottles and everything. So with 550 people, that'll give them a lot to do. There's a lot of news. The federal agencies are raising alarms that a significant flood that could breach into a spillway of Southern California's Prado Dam, potentially putting several communities around the Disneyland area in floods. Ken Howard, a 22-month-old, went missing for 3 days. Now remember, 22 months old, missing 3 days out in the hills of Kentucky, and they had groups of hundreds of people looking for this child, couldn't find him, and he let out a little squeak, a little cry, and they looked down in the crevice, and there he was down there. He's rescued, he's all safe and sound. And Arnold Schwarzenegger, he was in Africa, and there was a disabled event he was helping with, and while he was talking, somebody jumped up and gave him a high kick in his back, but Arnold came back. He was in good shape, didn't get hurt by the little event. And Napa Valley Vineyards, heavy rains coming. They could lose possibly half of their crops up there. But Arnold's in shape. Reef, he's moving. They got a pretty good high kick there. If you see the film, the guy jumped up in the air, gave him a flying high kick, and barely moved him. So the Terminator's still in shape.
I saw that, but he didn't knock him down. The guy
didn't
hurt
knock
himself.
Him
down. But Arnold was great.
Yeah. He was thinking it was the crowd kind of just bumping into him because, a lot of people. So anyway, with that, we move on to a commercial, I believe, if I'm looking at this correctly. What do we got here?
A word from our sponsors.
A word from our sponsors.
Are you tired of doing business the hard way? Is building your business taking too much time and energy? We can help. Introducing your ultimate solution, EasyWay Business Membership. We're a full-service digital marketing solution specializing in branding and marketing, advertising, and introductions to CEOs and influencers that can help your business thrive. Problem solved. Now you can hire our award-winning team to work for your business. We've received many prestigious awards, including the Digital Trailblazer Award by Hollywood Weekly Magazine, and we've been recognized by Congress. For just $11 a day, you'll get more exposure, reach more clients by next month, guaranteed. Here's how it works. You pay one low annual fee of $4,000, and you'll receive consulting, branding, marketing, advertising, social media support, product placement, and business introductions to help your business grow exponentially. And if you need more, we offer SEO, commercial, TV exposure, and much more for an additional rate. To recap, for just $11 a day annual membership fee, you'll receive branding, consulting, business-to-business introductions, advertising, and social media support. But don't take our word for it. Here's what our customers say.
We've been working with EasyWay Eric for the last 6 months, and literally we are slammed with work for 2 months straight, so his marketing definitely works.
To learn more, visit EasyWayNetwork.com or contact us at 877-399-2929. And don't forget to follow us on social media. On Facebook at EasyWay Network, Twitter at EasyWay Broadcast, and YouTube at EasyWay TV.
Boomers Forever Young is really making a name for themselves as an exciting nutritional company with products that really work. People from all over the country are starting to take notice. Their whole-person approach to health and wellness, combined with their unique array of powerful natural health products, are setting them apart from all the other companies in the nutrition industry. Their customers love the one-on-one free consultations and the results they experience. Sound a little too good to be true? Then go online to boomerboost.com today and sign up for a free consultation with a product specialist, or just give us a call at 1-800-861-4609. Again, that's boomerboost.com, or call 1-800-861-4609 to join the thousands already experiencing the benefits of Boomer's Forever Young products.
Looking to grow and align your brand with celebrities and other established brands? Your brand is all about your entire customer experience. Everything from your logo, your website, your social media experiences, the way you answer the phone, to the way your customers experience your staff. So why not let us help you get your branding right from the start? At Easyway Promotions, we are a new class of professionals providing first-class online branding, promotion, social media, website development, editing, graphic design, public relations, media, SEO, and online advertising to give your business the competitive edge to stand out. Our highly experienced experts will not only help you increase your online presence, but also provide you with a proven online strategy to help you increase the value of your company and make acquiring new customers easier. So what are you waiting for? Contact us today and let us help you grow your business exponentially.
For more information, contact 424-209-9290 or visit easywaypromotions.com. That's letter E, letter Z. We also encourage you to like our Facebook page at Easyway Promotions.
Yes, indeed, Reatha. What do you think? So,
well,
okay, Reatha.
It's always better to do it the easy way.
Check out these words, Reatha. Check out these words. Motivational, entrepreneurial, driven, multi-talented. Sounds like stuff, a lot of people go to class to try to take well. Our guest has all these bases covered, and I'm going to let you check out for yourself, because this lady, I met her at an event a couple times, and she has an ambiance that is very impressive. Her name is Sabrina Bell, and she's a producer, TV show, Sexy Slim Down show. She's got the Mad Money marketing, financial expertise and guidance, and in investing. She's got all the bases covered, Reatha. And let's see if we got her on here. Sabrina, you on with us?
Hi. Hello.
There
Can you hear me?
Good morning.
In person.
Yes. Good morning, Sabrina.
Sabrina, this is Reatha Gray.
Good morning.
Reatha, Sabrina Bell. There you go.
Hi.
It's wonderful to have you on the show.
Oh, thank you
Reatha,
very much for inviting me.
You remember she was on the red carpet with us at the event with the Rich. Was it Rich? What was that called?
Think and Grow Rich World Tour.
Think and Grow Rich. Yeah. See, I'm glad somebody has memory. But Sabrina, you're very impressive. You have quite an ambiance when when you're around. You just really draw attention. And now Sabrina could have went in so many directions. What is it that you that kind of brought you into what you're doing? Because you're involved in a variety of things. You have staying in shape, which in our show is a very high, something we really all strive for, because a lot of people are in shape. So you have that covered. But then again, you're also into the investing and the finance and producing. Where do you get all this motivation from to cover these bases? And you not only cover a lot of them, you're good at it.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you very much. Well, what initially motivates me is I'm firstly with the Sexy Slim Down show. It initially started just as a dance class. So, and now we're creating the dance class. We're making it into a show simply because, I've always been relatively slender because I take a avid interest in my health, and I always have, staying in shape, watching what I eat, what I put into my mouth, and also not just dietary and physical shape, but also spiritual as well. There are a variety of different things that help you to be healthy. Your mindset, the people that you keep around you that you consider to be friends, your family members that you have in your life also, so people, your work-life balance, prayer and meditation, your connection to God and the universe. Things like this are predominantly also factors that help with you being healthy. And another thing that helps with you being healthy too is your finances. Your finances have to be healthy, and your finances also have to be in shape, and that contributes towards having a healthy lifestyle. So initially, the Sexy Slim Down, that started as a dance class. So it's a fun workout that is a dance-based workout, and dance is one of the most, one of the best types of fitness that you can do. So to stay in shape, dance is one of the best things that you can do to stay in shape. It's known as being, a great thing that you can do that helps you to stay in shape. So it's a dance fitness
What kind of dancing do you do?
I don't think it comes under any type of genre, but it definitely takes influences from Jamaica. It takes influences from Africa. It also takes influences from contemporary dance styles. There's a little bit of ballet in there also too, which is something that helps to keep you strong. And you see very slight ballerinas, very, very strong, and most people cannot do these things with their bodies. They have to be trained to be very, very strong and use all of their muscles, which helps them to trim in and be in very good shape. So that's one thing. So that it's a very fun workout as well. So it's one where you're not really supposed to feel like you're working out. It's not supposed to feel like it's a drain or a bore, because a lot of people think,
Sabrina,
I'm going to the gym. Go ahead.
So Sabrina, now Reatha's a tweaker. Now, would that help her?
I'm a
She's
twerker, not a tweaker.
What's a tweaker?
I'm a twerker.
Twerker.
Oh, you twerk. You twerk. You like to twerk.
There's Sabrina. She has no idea what we're talking about. No, but you know what,
Jim gets it wrong every time.
I'm just totally screwing up today on everything. I don't know what I'm doing here. But anyway. Sabrina,
it's not a twerking workout. It's not a twerking. Twerking mainly aims at, one area, which is, it kind of works your thighs too, but it's mainly, focused on working your buttocks.
See, Sabrina, here's the thing.
Exactly. So to do your workout, though, you don't have to be a dancer. You just have to enjoy.
No. You don't have to be a dancer. Some of these are very simple moves. Each one of the different moves has a name. So you learn the names of what these different moves are, and we put those moves together in a very simple way, and everybody can do it, and it's very fun.
See, this is what I meant in the beginning of the show, and I wasn't just throwing these words out. I was introducing this young lady because she has the bases covered. She just doesn't go into this or producing or finance or her sexy. She puts it together so it makes sense. You get in shape. So from there, the rest of the stuff, you're resourcing the best you can because you're in good shape to follow through with the way your mindset is in the investment field, and to be a good producer and to put it all together. And the bottom line is, you do it all better if you're in good shape, and you have that. Format.
Yes, your performance does, or should at least, be on, a lot of people neglect their health whilst they're doing their work. So what you have is an imbalance. So you get people that are, let's say, for example, very, very successful in one area. However, they suffer from heart attacks. They're trying to get their health back on track. And they're sat there with a pool of cash, and because they've made these mistakes along the way, it's almost it takes a long time to reverse things, and internal damage as well that you do through ill health takes a long time to reverse. You may look great on the outside, but on the inside you've still got damage that has been done. So, taking an avid interest in your health first is one of the most important things you can do, because that gives you the endurance to get you to the end. And it's not something that you should, not take it, put in the forefront of your day.
And you've probably seen this. Here you got some successful person, successful producer, architect, whatever he is. But then they fall apart because they didn't take care of that basic stuff. They didn't stay in shape, so it's kind of a waste in a way, and you have that covered. So that part of it. And then what was it that? Now this is a big turn here. Becoming a producer, that's kind of a big move for a TV show. You had a lot to learn there too, right?
I do, yes. It is my first production. I have been in finance from the very, very beginning of time. So when I first, started, I was a manager, a branch manager actually for a subsidiary of HSBC Bank. So that's initially where I started my career. So I've always had, financial acumen in that respect. So I do know a lot about money, and I know a lot about, where to invest money, where to find money, where to put money. We're currently at the moment... Excuse me?
Where'd that come from? I mean, were your parents into investing? I mean, somewhere along the line.
I think it solely came from the fact, I was in banking. You cannot not know when you're in banking. That's what you're then, that's what you're then teaching other people. You're teaching other people what to do with their money, how to invest their money. You're then teaching other people where to put their money. And you're also, I got financial acumen. I worked for a bank. So, currently at the moment, what we're doing, the production starts in July, is we are, and obviously I have Mad Money Marketing. Mad Money Marketing is a platform where I have a variety of investors, angel investors, small business lending, private investment money, for both the real estate and film industries that are looking at investing in entrepreneurs, basically. So that's something that I'm, that I do also. And I'm currently looking for sponsorship as well, sponsors that want to be featured alongside my program for the Sexy Slim Down, that is the television production. But yes, I am learning a lot along the way. What I'm currently learning at the moment is how to put a production together. I'm recruiting some absolutely fabulous people. Some of the guys that I'm recruiting are just wonderful. They're educating me. So, great lighting technicians, technical directors, editors are also giving me good ideas in terms of how cameras should be shot, and I'm getting a lot of behind the scenes information that will help me to ensure that production is visually aesthetic for not just for television, because it's going to be on 2 television channels here in Los Angeles, but it's also going to, be visually aesthetic for and pleasing for people to watch. I want people to get something from the programming, learn something from the programming, be a part of it, and enjoy what's being brought to them. So that's what I'm currently working on at the moment. So hold tight for July.
So
bringing it all together.
So, Sabrina, how do people get in touch with you if they want to be sponsors, if they want to watch the show, if they want to find out more about you? How would they get in touch with you?
Oh, well, they can email me. They can email me either, depending on what it is that they wanted to, what they want to find out. So if they want to learn more about, what I can help them with in terms of investment money and whether or not they fall into any of the categories that, the investors that I deal with, like to invest in, and they want to find out whether or not their ideas would be a suitable match for the investors that I have, then they would contact me at madmoneymarket@gmail.com, or they can just simply pick up the telephone at 323-331-7757. Outside of that, if they wanted to be involved in the production, or if not just the production, or if they wanted to be a sponsor for the production, then they could contact me at Sexy Slim Down Fitness at sexyslimdown@gmail.com.
Very interesting. Sabrina, you definitely have the basics covered.
And we look forward to seeing the show.
And there's so many questions
So
I still have, and, as far as the production, but as far as the investing, Reatha and I are in all that kind of stuff, and the marketing and the finance. There's so much more. I would like to have you back on again. I talked to you about that before, and do some follow-up, because there's so much going on in the economy now, so many questions to ask. It's very interesting, isn't it, the way the economy is going now as far as investing? I mean, for somebody in your field.
Well, there seems to be a lot of investors out there. I'm not an economist. What I am is an avid networker. I'm somebody that attracts money, or people with money that are looking for entrepreneurs, that are looking for people to invest money in terms of real estate, that are looking for people that have, films that they want investing into. And I simply select projects for these selected individual investors.
Very interesting. Well,
thank you so much for coming on the show, Sabrina. It's great meeting you, and
totally lived up to that introduction I gave you. And you're an amazing person, and we want to have you back on again. But thank you for coming on, because we know you're a very busy lady. And congratulations on all your accomplishments.
Well, thank you very, very much, and thank you for inviting me on your show today. That was just wonderful, and, I look forward to coming on again and speaking with you again. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you. Sabrina Bellery, I told you, she is an inspirational young lady, I'll tell you. And with that...
She is. Well, let's go on to our commercial, and then we're going straight to Carmelita's Corner.
Carmelita's Corner.
Well, thank you for listening to Radio Boomers Live with your...
Boomers Forever Young is really making a name for themselves as an exciting nutritional company with products that really work. People from all over the country are starting to take notice. Their whole-person approach to health and wellness, combined with their unique array of powerful natural health products, are setting them apart from all the other companies in the nutrition industry. Their customers love the one-on-one free consultations and the results they experience. Sound a little too good to be true? Then go online to boomerboost.com today and sign up for a free consultation with a product specialist, or just give us a call at 1-800-861-4609. Again, that's boomerboost.com, or call 1-800-861-4609 to join the thousands already experiencing the benefits of Boomers Forever Young products.
You are about to experience Carmelita's Corner. Carmelita's song Rosebud made it to the top 40s with the godfather of soul, James Brown. She's the founder of the Rose Breast Cancer Society Now here's your host, Carmelita Pittman.
Good morning, everyone. Here is your host coming your way on a sunny day, and I'm so glad to be with you today. I've got a special guest. Her name is Rosie Barciaga Delgado. Welcome, Rosie.
Thank you for inviting me, Carmelita.
¿Cómo estás?
I am in my office in San Diego, California. Oh, I'm sorry. I am very good. And what about you?
I'm very good. Yes, you're coming from us from a little bit of a distance, but you're here close with us. And our show is actually heard around the world. So welcome, everyone, to Radio Land here with us on Radio Boomers Live with Carmelita's Corner and Rosie. Rosie, are you feeling rosy today?
Yes.
Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, as we say. You've got so much to bring to the table. I was so impressed with your operation when I met you on the film set. My God, you've got a whole crew of beautiful makeup artists, and you're teaching them so much. I can tell by the way they presented themselves with their beautiful makeup. They all came ready for the party, so to speak. And I just want everybody to know you've been on this journey for a while. You come to us from Mexico, and at that time you were already attracted to the makeup art and realized that you had this talent, and you were beginning to already be sought after by everybody who noticed your talent. They all wanted you to make them up, and you did for the brides and for the quinceañeras. Those are the young ladies going from childhood to adulthood to adolescence, and you did such a beautiful job. Can you tell us how it was when you first began your makeup journey? And I know that you realized that you had this talent, but how did you discover that?
Oh, because since I was 14 years old, I remember I used to live in Mexico, Monterrey, Mexico, and I remember that I loved to do makeup and hair on my friends around the house. So I believe I was 14. So we were ready to be able to be quinceañera. So my friends wanted to have the quinceañera party. So they called me and they talked to me and they said, "Oh, can you do my makeup?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So I did the makeup for one of them, and then at the event there was a lot of more people that was looking at the quinceañera makeup. So then they were asking her, "Oh my gosh, who did your makeup? It's wonderful." So there was people that wanted to get married and saw, and when they see the makeup she has and the hairstyle, they tell her or they ask her, "Can you refer me to that people, because I really love what she did on you." And I was only 14. So I realized that I was like, when I did that, and I was so happy to see my, what I had done. I was so excited. And then when she told me that, oh my gosh, a lot of people were asking for you. So I told them where you live. So they wanted to, you to do the makeup. So I was so happy, so excited. And then later on, I was having a lot of people around the house looking for me so I can do hair and makeup for weddings. I was 14 and the brides were like 25, 26 years old. So I was like, oh my gosh, but everybody was so happy with what I was, doing at that time. So I was like, oh my gosh. And I find out that this was my gift from God, because it was like when I do it, I feel like I feel so happy. I was not expecting money. I was just happy to do what I love to do.
That is a perfect formula from what I have been learning, is to pursue, your passion, and things will follow.
Yes.
Yes, you're living proof of that. And you have also been listed as one of the pioneers or one of the makeup artists on the forefront. So I want to congratulate you for that too, that achievement. And you also have, you also have Keranique Cosmetics. Can you tell us how you formulated Keranique Cosmetics?
Yes, sure. When I first, start my school, because I was the first one to have a makeup school in San Diego. So I was using a very famous brand. I was using that for my school. So then I was getting a discount at that time because, since I opened the school and I have a lot of girls, so I went and buy a lot of product, so I can use that in my school. And I was getting a discount. So they said that I can buy that product for me but not to resell. So then I said, okay, I want to, I want to be honest. I want to follow the rules because I get a very good discount, so I don't want them to remove my discount. So when the students were so happy learning and using the product, they were telling me, oh, my gosh, can you sell the product to me? And I was telling them, no, I cannot do that because it's against the law. So I was, writing down colors and numbers so they can go to the store and buy the product. But then my school was growing so fast, so I need to go get more and more products. So the company thought that I was reselling the product because I was buying a lot, but it was not because I was reselling it. It was because I was, doing something really good that people love to do. So they liked the combinations and they wanted to buy. So I was, buying more for the class, but referring people to buy product from them. So they sent me a letter and they said, oh, you know what, we're not going to be able to give you a discount because we thought that you're selling reselling the product. And I said, no, I'm not. I can prove you that I have, whatever you have on the system on bottles that I've been buying, I can prove you because I have them empty here. So I send them pictures, I send them letters, and I talk to the company. I talk to, a lot of people telling them, please don't remove my discount because I really need to buy a lot of product for my school. So they said that they don't care, that they were going to remove it. So I said, okay, I'm growing. People love what I do. So I said, well, then I'm not, that is not going to stop me. And then I realized that I have to do something now. So that's when I start looking for manufacturers so I can find out somebody to be able to do my makeup line. So I'm glad that they did that to me, the company, because that's how I become with my own makeup line. So, and then I was looking for, good formulation, color matching, texture, ingredients. So I create my own line on 2008. So that's how I become with my line. And, since then, I've been using them at the school, and then, all the girls are buying the products from me. And then, so now that we have other schools, like a franchise, schools, they're using our product, the people's buying my product, so I'm glad that happens to me back then.
Wow, that's amazing. So you came up with a formulation. You have scientists that have, the chemical ingredients, all of those things that make your product?
Yes, and I have different manufacturers because, I create, because, the manufacturers, they create products from many people. So they have already made, the formulation, the products. So some formulas, they were not, like what I was looking for, So then I have to go with 4 different companies so I can create one line. And right now we are, our product from only one manufacturer and one laboratories are in the process to be able to, come out with a white packaging, because everything is white on our brand. It's white and the logo is black. So we're coming out with our white packaging, and one only laboratories and manufacturers are working on creating all of the products, because we open the company in Mexico. So now it's not only here but in Mexico too. So we're doing a bigger project.
Oh, that's amazing, Rosie. You are really a true entrepreneur, and I don't know how involved you are in the wellness movement, but I'm hoping that also your products have natural, ingredients, because there's more and more consciousness from women of the chemicals that are in these products. Some of them are they're not helpful, to your health. And we really need to be aware and careful of what we're putting on our skin, because it is the largest organ, on our body, and it absorbs into our bloodstream. And so a natural approach, organic, is very, very important.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I was going to ask you, are your ingredients organic?
Yes, ma'am. We have 100% vegan. It's cruelty-free, and we have paraben-free. So we have products that are mineral. We have some that are organic, and we have some that are regular. But all the products, I tried it first, and I don't, I always buy something thinking that I'm the first person, and my daughters that are gonna use it. So I really like to use very good quality. I love to buy even the food. I buy everything organic. So for me, it's always like I want the best. So what I want for me, I want for my customers. So yes, ma'am,
Mm-hmm.
all the products that we have are very, very healthy. But not only that, because they have a good coverage, they match people's skin color, they have a very, very good texture. So it's something like that everybody, when they tried it, they love it. So because when some people wanted to be part of this company, they come and they said, okay, I want you to show me what you have. And I always tell them, you know what, have a seat. Let me prove you, what's on the product and what can you do with the product, how, the techniques and then everything. So they love it, and they always, wanted to do the business because of all the everything what we have is together. Not only the product, but the know-how to apply it.
Yes, and mentioning the know-how to apply it, one of your makeup artists, when I was there on the set, she was like an artist. She used her palette, so to speak, like an artist does, and she mixed the colors, and matched them to my skin tone. I was very impressed with her. She really looked like she knew what she was doing, and obviously she has a good teacher. So, but on that note, I want you to tell the people how to reach you. Can you give them your website address and a number?
Sure. Okay, they can reach us at 619-900-7472 or 7473. I'm sorry, one more time, 619-900-7473, and they can reach us at www.karolimakeupschool.com.
And can you spell out the name for them?
It's Karoli. It's Karoli Makeup School and Cosmetics. It's with a K. Karoli is with a K. Karoli Makeup School and Cosmetics.
Very good. And on that note, we're going to thank you, Rosie, for being a guest, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again next time.
Thank you, Carmelita, for inviting me. See you soon. We're going to be doing a lot of things now in LA, around where you are in your area. So we're going to be working a lot there, and I'm so excited and so happy to be able to be, with you guys over there.
Okay, que le vaya bien.
Gracias, Carmelita. Buen día. Gracias a todos. Bye.
Yes, indeed. Carmelita's Corner, always on point. Very interesting guest. And she always has interesting guests on. It's amazing. But, hey, Reed.
Smartphone, cell phone, PC, Mac, tablet, iPad. That's right. It's tech time.
It is tech time, and I talked earlier about the petition that the fans put up for Game of Thrones, but did you know you could start your own petition? You know, we all want change for something, and this is one way that you can do it. It's absolutely free. It's called change.org. You just go on the internet, go to change.org, and you can make your own petition. Now, you set it up by telling the app who you want to make this happen. So is it a congressperson, a local politician, the president of the United States, or a TV network? You put in the title of your petition. In this case, it was the protest of the Game of Thrones Season 8, but whatever you want your protest to be about, or something that you're in favor of. It doesn't have to be negative. You put in your information. You can put in a picture. You can put in a video. And then you write why people should sign your petition. And you have about 1,000 words that you can express yourselves what you do or don't want to happen. And it's amazing. You send it out to your friends, send the link out to your friends. They can come in and sign it, tell them to send it out to their friends. And you never know. You could be like Game of Thrones and have 500,000 signatures. And it's amazing that it can go viral. People can just find out that it's happening because on change.org, they have a list of the petitions that are currently being signed, and they have them in different categories. So if you want to start a petition on any category, they'll guide you through step by step what to write down on the categories, what you need, how you need to say it, so you can have your own petition, protest or in favor of. Again, that's change.org. It's absolutely free, and your voice can be heard. Well, that's my tech time. Jim, what's happening with your gyms?
Well, Reatha, I searched around the net. I found a DM.
Okay, baby boomers, it's time for Jim from Jim.
Oh, that's exactly the way to do it. All right. I jumped the gun a little bit there, and I searched the net a little bit, guys, and I found one at DM3, at DMN3, and it's an article about 10 mind-blowing baby boomer facts I thought I'd share with you. In 1966, Time chose the Generation 25 and Under for its Man of the Year issue. Remember, this is 66. The group went on to become the 76.4 million people known as what, Reef? Baby boomers, right. Okay, so here are 10 mind-blowing baby boomer facts. Okay, baby boomers make up 26% of the population. California has the largest population of baby boomers, 9 million. And on December 31st, 2029, the last of the baby boomers will turn 65. There's a widely paraded myth that baby boomers have a lot of wealth. Well, they don't really. Sure, they have more discretionary income than any other age group. However, in 2007, before the big bubble burst, which I was part of that, older households 55 to 64 had a median net worth of $266,000. But by 2010, that shrunk to $179,000. Baby boomers financially support adult children. About 60% of the boomers' parents provide financial support. Baby boomers are the web's largest constituency. They make up 30% of the internet users. How about that? They spend 16 hours per week watching TV and 19 hours online. Search and email are the top two online activities among baby boomers. Boomers contribute more positive online product viewers than any other generational group. They contribute 45% of the total online product opinions. So you got to remember that, okay, for people that want to advertise. And assign 3% more 5-star ratings. Boomers love Facebook. An astonishing 89.9% of boomers said they use Facebook. Boomers are comfortable with online transitions. About 9 out of 10 boomers have made an online purchase. Again, guys, I'm telling you, why do you think this show is becoming so popular? Let me read that again. Almost 9 out of 10 boomers have made online purchases. Does that tell you anything? That's big money. Do you remember the statistics I told you on the numbers in the beginning? That's a lot of people buying a lot of stuff. Number 10, baby boomers are confident, independent, and self-reliant. The generation grew up in an era, and it's a positive era, and so on and so forth. The hippie and the whippie, remember all that stuff, Reed? So it's a lot of people spending a lot of money. That's the bottom line, and they're not dummies on the internet. They know the internet. They go on, they buy stuff. Reatha, I went on there, and I couldn't find a lawnmower because all these stores, they just, a lot of them don't. Where's Sears at? Sears is gone. And I thought, what the heck? I picked up my phone and I went on a couple. I searched, hey, there's a couple cool lawnmowers. The thing was there the next day on my front porch. I couldn't believe it. I was in the military police in the Army, and I lost my hat. Everybody wants to wear my hat. They take my hat. So there I go online again. Front door, there's my hat. So I'm thinking, hey, this kind of works. So, Reese, see Easy Way on the Roku channel, and add the channel. And if you haven't got Roku, you got to get it because that's where it's all at. So, Easy Way Roku.
And being a baby boomer, being a baby boomer, time really flies. And it's May now, but it's going to be August 30th tomorrow. It's amazing how soon August is going to be here. And that's going to be the Easy Way Wall of Fame Awards. You need to start getting your tickets by tables now because it's going to sell out. And you want to know that your place is secure. It's going to be on August 30th. There's going to be a gold carpet from 4 to 5:30. There's going to be a program from 6 to 10. It's going to be in Orange County at a private club. It's going to be fabulous. You're all invited, but you need to get your tickets.
Big star football player coming on there. You got the president of Ugg Boots. You got Frank Shankowitz, Make-A-Wish Foundation. There's, I don't know. I think from what I heard, Reatha Gray is going to show up in person. So we'll see what happens there. Actually,
that's the rumor. But you can go to easywayawards.com, find out all about it. You can purchase your tickets there. It's going to be a gala to end all galas. It's going to be a formal affair, so dress to impress. But get those tickets now because August is going to be here before you know it.
Oh, it goes so fast, Reese, it's kind of ridiculous. And, we run across these entities like, John Hyland Speaking Empire, and you see these motivational people like the guest we had on today, Sabrina. I mean, these people, this is high-end motivation. And, you need it in this world because it's a fast-paced world. It's a little bit different, Reese. What did you need when you had to contact somebody? You needed to find a dime, right? And then you go to a payphone because you couldn't reach in your purse and pull out a phone. We needed a dime, folks, and that's what we needed. And we went down to a payphone and we made a phone call. And then came
I was watching Lassie the other day, the old TV show, and their truck broke down on a deserted road. And I thought, why didn't they just call somebody? Then I thought, they didn't have cell phones.
Yeah, no cell phone. And, Reese, what was the next step up? What was the new technology after the dime in the pocket? The little pager, remember? And that was it. You got to call somebody's pager, and that person had to go to a payphone. They needed to find a dime.
Now we've got a computer in our pocket. But,
Reese,
we're out of time, Jim.
Okay,
no, I don't go back to Morse code. I do not go back to Morse code.
Okay, we won't go back there. But, guys, thanks for tuning in Radio Boomers Live. on the spot. I mean, you're talking about investments in health, and we got all the bases covered. Go back to our archive shows, and Monday morning we'll be back next week. Memorial Day, we'll be here, Reatha and I, and it'll be live. So keep on moving, keep the faith, and keep active, keep busy. Until then, Reatha and I with Radio Boomers Live, we'll be signing out, Reatha.
See you next week.
Thank you for listening to Radio Boomers Live with your hosts, Reatha Gray, Star Betty White's Off Their Rockers, and EZ's dad, Jim Zuley. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at Radio Boomers Live. Radio Boomers Live is brought to you by the Easy Way Broadcasting Network. That's the letter E, the letter Z, Broadcasting Network.